on the line from Kansas City as well. Enough of the chatter. Let's go. All right. So first of all, thank you guys for coming down. I'm going to go ahead and start with the PowerPoint presentation because I feel that this is really what's going to drive the message home. And you guys are welcome to use this PowerPoint presentation to build your business and to really get people re-engaged and all that kind of stuff. So let's go ahead and start with that. So first of all, you guys already know my story. I've been in USANA for 11 years. I love USANA. It's changed my life. It's changed my health. It's done wonders for people. And I don't think I'll ever stop doing USANA. Even if I made $0 a month, I would still do USANA because I have that much love for Dr. Wentz's vision and Sana Vive Medical Institute. I think it's just a phenomenal vision, and I'm honored to be a part of it. What has changed is not USANA. USANA is still great. What has changed is network marketing, and network marketing is no longer the same as it was 11 years ago. When I got started, we used to do presentations. We used to talk about how people need to be self-employed. We used to talk about how people need to go out there and be their own business owner, right? And get tax benefits and all this. And that was really like our big sales message. And health was like, you know, part of that. But health wasn't highlighted. The way I did my business, health was not highlighted. Business was highlighted and health was secondary. And because of that, we actually captured a movement of people. We captured a trend that was happening in our country. And that trend was going through this phase, okay? The trend was an emergence, and the trend was Gen Y, Gen X, and millennials were starting to change the way they see the world. They were starting to understand that going to school, getting a degree, getting a good job, and retiring at 65 was not gonna happen. There were some changes that were occurring. So that created an opportunity. During that shift, it created an opportunity. And as a result, I became a multi-millionaire providing and facilitating people with the opportunity that they could be wealthy if they just work for themselves. So in 2005, when I got involved, 2006, right around there, it was really growing. And it went from emergence into prominence, where it was really starting to pick up. And I would say at about 2010, so 5 years later, guess what happened? It started to tip off, and it's not because entrepreneurialism died down. What happened is my messaging got lost. Okay, and I'll talk about that more through, but you guys can understand this. My messaging got lost because no longer were people coming to my presentations going, whoa, bro, like that's really valuable information. People would come and say, I know that already. Why am I even sitting through this? This is stupid. Like, I know this already. I have to be my own boss. So I became irrelevant. See, I hit prominence and I made millions, and I started to become irrelevant with my message. My message became irrelevant. And to this point, that message is now in obsolescence. That message has no value whatsoever because people already know that you need to be your own boss. So when you first start any type of trend, you have to understand it's emergence. So it's the point of creation, the point of conception. Relevance is low, right? It's not really relevant. It's a time of exploration. It's a time of experimentation. Budgets are low and stakes are high, okay? Business models are created. Target markets are identified. Momentum builds slowly. That's where I was in 2005, 2006. And guess what? That's where I'm at right now because we have to get back to emergence, right? We have to become relevant again. And in order to become relevant, we need to look at what's relevant today. What's something that we can really ride? What's a trend that we can ride? What's something that we can believe in, something we can get excited about to really work with, right? Eventually, it will go into prominence. That idea will go into prominence, okay? Once that idea goes into prominence, it goes from strength to strength, emerge into the limelight, a clear idea of target market needs, strategic focus shifts from growth to expansion, to growth and expansion. Staff increases, best practices are identified, popular and widely accepted, a sense of invincibility. I can remember, for those of you guys like Nate, Jackie, Scott, all the old school USANA people from San Diego, right? The ones that were a part of my graduating class with the Duke era. You remember when we felt a sense of invincibility? Like we felt like this is never gonna end, man. We're just gonna keep rocking and rolling until the year 2080. It's like, because we had that, we were just growing. It was just, we were going from strength to strength. That Gen Y movement was sick, man. Like people were jumping on board. People would come to the Health and Freedom and say, sign me up. I don't even know how the comp plan works. Sign me up. And we're like, this is too easy. Like pro packs were flying left and right. People were signing up left and right. It was a great time, but it was because we were riding that trend, okay? Where we dropped the ball and where I dropped the ball, I'm gonna speak for myself, is we didn't make health a focus, which health is the residual aspect of USANA. Without health, there's no residual. So we did an okay job of that. We didn't do a fantastic job of that. And that's why some people's businesses really started to die out, etc. Right? Where if we did a great job with that, well, then it'd be a whole different story. Okay? But hey, lesson learned, right? We can't live with regret. We have to live with appreciation. And the appreciation is we learn from it. We're not going to replicate that mistake. All right. Then you go to irrelevance, right? This is when our meetings started to die down. Like we used to have meetings where we had about 400 to 500 people weekly, twice a week. Can you imagine that? 400 to 500 people out of health and freedom twice a week. Show me a place right now where any network marketing company, not USANA, I'm not talking about USANA. I'm not trying to bash USANA. USANA is awesome. I'm talking about the network marketing industry in a whole, right? Show me a company that's doing 400 to 500 people in one team, not like the whole company coming together, 400 to 500 people in one team doing 2 presentations a week that are packed and people are signing up left, right, and center. I honestly, like, you don't really hear about it because if it was happening, we would see it on social media, right? We would see these people posting their meetings, but I'm looking and I'm just like, people are doing small house meetings. They're doing these little, I'm not going to use any names, but they're using their little systems to duplicate little house meetings. They're putting a video on and say, look, an idiot can do it. Watch this video. Like people are doing that. And it's like, I don't know, man, that's becoming irrelevant too. Like, I don't know if people want to meet up at a house to watch a video. Okay. So this is where you know that something is missing. Vitality and freshness has evaporated. Staff is doing the same things, or team is doing the same things. Slogans, phrases, and messaging is evaporating. Exactly what happened. Business as usual is considered innovative. Management mode, success of the past makes change difficult. I mean, that's pretty much what happened. Okay, but we didn't know that it was happening. So this whole PowerPoint that I'm showing you, thank God we have people like Kevin Guest, man. Kevin Guest, the CEO of USANA, he's a freaking, I'm gonna have to say it, okay? He's a bad ass, okay? And the reason why is because he doesn't have a big ego. He's a humble man. He totally gets it. He understands, look, we need to be open to change. And it's like, you know, a lot of CEOs that are older are not like that. They're like, nope, this is who we are and we're never changing. He's like, well, I understand this is our vision, but we need to adapt to the world too. And I'm just like, man, I have so much pride being under the leadership of Kevin Guest because I understand, I know that the guy is humble. The guy is willing to grow and learn. And he's the guy that gave us this presentation. All right. So this is what's the good news. Okay. So don't get depressed. The good news is that if an entity plays their cards right at the point of irrelevance, they can turn things around and regain momentum, vitality, and relevance. Take the wrong steps or simply do nothing, however, and you will continue on the downward slide. That's from Michael McQueen. And he's the person that wrote the book, Winning the Battle of Relevance. Okay. So as you guys can see, it's a serious thing. And for me, guess what I did? I did nothing. I basically kept trying to beat the dead horse. I kept trying to do more meetings, do more trainings. I kept telling people, you need to work harder. You need to do more. You don't want it bad enough. And you know what? That's really like a reflection of my closed-mindedness and how stupid I am, really. But at the same time, if you want to look at it from a positive light, it also shows that we now have no doubt in us that it's not going to work, right? We have no doubt in us that what we were doing cannot work 15 years from today. So at least we're not guessing. Make sense? We're not taking a guess. We can really, really identify and say, if we just keep doing meetings and trainings the same way we've been doing them 15 years ago or 11 years ago, it's safe to say that in 11 years from now, we're going to be in trouble. So why wait 11 years? Why not make the adjustment now and just become relevant again within the network marketing world, right? Especially within USANA, because everybody who's on this call is a part of USANA, right? So phase 4 is obsolescence. Obsolescence is where, in a sense, momentum is working against you. Denial, scarcity, protectionism, fear becomes a key driver, and the focus shifts from efficiency to cost reduction. That's what was happening to me. I was literally dabbling into obsolescence, like literally dabbling in there. I can remember when somebody would leave my team, I would start feeling like I needed to protect my team. Like when the person left to another company, I started to protect my team. That's not a good thing. I shouldn't have to protect my team. My team should want to be a part of this business. I shouldn't have to protect them, right? And then fear became a factor. I was like, all right, I got to work hard. In 2016, fear became a driver. And I was a Growth 25 member, right? But it was because of fear, because I'm like, I can't let my team fall. I got to be an example. I got to go bust my butt and be a Growth 25 member. And I was, but that didn't change anything. Make sense? Because it was already, even though I hit Growth 25, I was dabbling into obsolescence, and fear became a key driver. Can't work with that anymore. So now it's confirmed, okay? It's confirmed. It's confirmed that no matter what, no matter how many health and freedoms I do, I got to really start to rethink a lot of the way I'm doing things. Now, if you're doing health and freedoms weekly and they're working and you're kicking butt and your people are getting paid and you're duplicating and your business is growing, ignore everything that I'm saying. Ignore it, because you don't need to follow this, right? If your business is going like this, I mean, maybe it's not going like that, right? But if it's at least going like this, ignore me. Just ignore me and do what you're doing, because hey, you figured something out that I haven't figured out, okay? And I commend you for that, and call me up and share those notes with me, because we want to learn from you, because your business is going like this, or at least it's going like this. Because my business is going like this, and it's probably starting to go like this, okay? And what I mean by that is not that my income has fallen off. What I really mean is that enrollments are going like this. Preferred customer enrollments are going like this. That's starting to dip. And once that dips, what do you think is next? Auto orders will dip. And once auto orders dip, residual income dips. And once residual income dips, people start falling out. And it's like, why am I going to wait for that? Like, I'm just going to go with it now, right? I got to work hard now to become relevant again. All right. So let's talk about a couple of things that we've seen in the past, okay, that we can kind of learn from. Let's talk about a trend that's happening that I feel is where Gen X and Gen Y was 11 years ago. And I think that's plant-based living. People that are eating a plant-based diet. If you guys notice, I'm not going to say veganism, because I think veganism encompasses a small group of people, where plant-based encompasses a much bigger group. Okay, there's people that are plant-based that still, you know, eat meat once a week or something. There's plant-based people who eat fish once a week or something like that, right? There's people who are plant-based who, you know, they'll drink milk once a month or something. Does that make sense? Like, so I don't want to say veganism, because I admire the vegans. I respect the vegans and everything that they stand for. If anything, like I'm allying with them. Okay, like I'm allying with them, but I'm not sure if I'm totally with them. Okay, I want to put myself somewhere that invites a bigger space, which is plant-based. Okay, raw, plant-based, whole food diets. That's really what I think is going to be growing within the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years. And we have an opportunity to harness that trend and apply it to us, and we can make residual income and all of that. Let me tell you a trend that I think is dying, okay? If you guys remember, fitness was like a big thing. And fitness was awesome. I can remember people made millions of dollars in the fitness industry, millions. They were working out, showing their booty squats, you know, doing all this stuff. Guys were ripped. They're freaking so muscular all over. They were beasts. You looked at them and you're like, bro, like, are you a freaking bodybuilder or what? And they're like, nah, bro, I'm an accountant. And it's like, they were like, yo, huge. And you're like, what the heck? You know, and it's just like, I didn't understand why they were doing it, but there was a huge group of people that was gravitating towards that. And I think what happened is that health and fitness kind of became the same thing. People looked at somebody who was ripped and they assumed that person was healthy. Now I think there's a shift happening, right? Where people look at somebody who's ripped and they go, are you healthy though? Like now it's questionable, right? So I'm letting you know that the fitness, only fitness, is trending down. Something that's trending up is healthy fitness. So if you're healthy and fit, that's really trending up. Okay, so there's a lot of people that are harnessing that on Instagram and social media. And if you notice, those people are getting a lot of followers and it's growing like that. Other people that are just harnessing the same message, right? Squatting, deadlifting, like just the same old stuff, right? Eating 3 pounds of meat, gains, and they do hashtag gains, and they have like 5 double doubles from In-N-Out, and it's like gains. Like people who do that, everyone's like, it's like really? That's gotta be one of the most irresponsible things to do. It doesn't help anyone. Number one, you're killing yourself, right? Which that's important to you because that's your life. Number two, it's not necessary, and it's proven now that you don't have to eat that much meat to have gains. You can eat plant proteins to have gains. People are proving that now, right? Number three, the planet loses big time because the average person is consuming 270 pounds of beef per year. But somebody who's doing 2 to 3 pounds a day is consuming almost 1,000 pounds of meat per year. What do you think that does to the environment? So the environment loses, animals lose also. So you got to understand, if animals are losing, some people don't care. You know, like I have a friend who goes, I eat chicken. And he goes, but I love my dog. I love animals. And I'm just like, what the hell, dude? Like, you love your dog, but you kill chickens? It's like, what the heck's going on here, you know? So I'm letting you know, like, I'm not saying to cut it all out altogether, but when I see somebody that's doing gains with 4 pounds of meat in front of them, and they think that that's responsible or good for them or good for their family or good for the planet, I'm just like, you guys got to really start doing some research, and you'll find that there's nobody winning off of that. Like, nobody is winning off of that. And I think that's why it's trending down, because deep down inside of us, we know it's wrong. And I think eventually darkness comes to light, right? And we're starting to see, you know what? If I want to be ripped, I want to be ripped, but I don't want to kill the planet just to be ripped. I don't want to kill my health just to be ripped. So I think that's going to start trending down. Some of you guys are like, nah, bro, I don't see it. Because of course, because right now we're in the phase of emergence. And if we're in emergence, relevance is typically very low. I just explained it to you, right? Relevance is low, right? It's just the beginning. We're creating momentum. But give it another 2 years, guaranteed you're going to see more people just going, why are you eating that much meat? What's wrong with you? Like, I guarantee you, 2 to 3 years from now, you're going to see that. And that's when we're going to be already in prominence. But by then, the people who got started in emergence, we're going to be killing it. We're going to be slaying it because we jumped on before it became prominent like that. And we didn't just jump on to make money off of it. We jumped on it because we believe in the cause. This is not a fad. This is not something that after the 30 days, I just gave up with it. No, man, I'm on it, bro. Like, I'm still with it. And I'm evangelizing more, and I'm growing in my journey, spiritually, health, all of that, like environmentally. Like, I'm still growing with my journey. So this is not a fad. This is not going to die out. Like, I'm going all the way with it. And believe it or not, people are coming. Allies are coming. And it's not just vegans or vegetarians. It's people who are saying, you know what? I'm liking that. Let's go with it. So I hope that's what you see we're doing, okay? Anyways, the road to irrelevance is a shift happens. Societal, demographic, market, technological, and regulatory. There have been all of those shifts for us in the last 11 years, or for some of you guys have been in USANA for only 5 years. All of those shifts have occurred. And what are we going to do about it? Well, let's look at other companies and how they adapted to this. If you look at other companies and how they adapted to it, it's absolutely bananas. Companies like Best Buy, that for me, Best Buy, I wanted to get a job at Best Buy when I was in college, and they were like kicking butt, and to work at Best Buy, that was cool. Look at where Best Buy is now. In 2006, 28 billion. Today, less than 14 billion. JCPenney, 18 billion. We used to shop at JCPenney. My dad still shops at JCPenney. That tells you how irrelevant it is, right? My dad's the only guy that I know that shops at JCPenney. He's contributing to that 3 billion, but they've lost 83% of their market share. Kohl's, Macy's, Nordstrom, all of them in the reds, all of them that are doing traditional retail and online. But let's be honest, their focus is not online. Their focus is traditional. Okay, so that tells you. But look at Amazon. Unbelievable. 3-4 days ago, within a week, right? Amazon's CEO, Jeff Bezos. I ask people, do you know who Jeff Bezos is? Smart people who graduated from college, right? Educated people who've taken economics courses, who've taken marketing courses, taken business classes. I ask them, do you know who Jeff Bezos is? They're like, I don't know. I'm like, do you know who Bill Gates is? They're like, yeah, I know Bill Gates. I'm like, well, Jeff Bezos is the CEO of Amazon. Do you know Amazon? They're like, oh yeah, Amazon. I buy all my books there. I buy all my stuff there. I buy my groceries there. I'm like, you don't know the CEO. You don't know the CEO of Amazon. He is now acknowledged. Well, it's, he's right there, but give it a little more time. He was the richest man in the world. Okay, overtaking Bill Gates. Do you understand? Like, it's kind of like the Lakers when they were at their best. We just thought the Lakers could never lose. Okay, and now they've been dethroned. Right now we're dealing with that right now. The Lakers are on obsolescence. Right? Sorry, Laker fans. We're in obsolescence, but we're in emergence now. Right? We're emerging again, and I think that's what happens. Like a company like Microsoft. It's like, man, we never thought that day would come. We thought that Microsoft was just going to keep growing forever. Microsoft is back to emergence right now too. They're focusing on making new laptops. I don't know if you guys have seen their, what's it called? Their, it's like a laptop / iPad sort of thing, but I forgot what it's called right now. Forgive me. But you guys just go to the Microsoft store and you'll see it. But it's actually pretty sick. I saw it and I was like, whoa, that's kind of nice, man. Like, not if you wanted to, because hardware, it's pretty cool. Software, Scott says, software still crashes a lot, but hardware, it looks pretty tight. I'm interested. I'm really interested. And I might consider jumping on one just to try it out. Okay. So I know it sounds crazy, right? But it's like, maybe Bill Gates is coming out of retirement or something, you know? But you guys can see how things change. Amazon, what do they do that these other companies don't do? They sell online. So in network marketing, it's safe to say that in 2006, if I was just doing traditional network marketing, home meetings, you know, hotel events, things like that, and I'm not doing a lot online, is it safe to say that I'm probably going to follow the same trend as these other huge retail chains? Possibly the same. But if I make the shift and I adapt to the online world, it's safe to say that I can probably be like Amazon. So that's what we're trying to talk about here. We want people to start thinking like Amazon. Okay. So what's the role model? What's the business model for success? In the 20th century, it was protect, control, defend. That was the business model of the 20th century. So people were like, okay, this is my territory. This is my territory, right? Like, I own this land. This is my area. Don't open a coffee shop here. Open a coffee shop, 5 miles away, because I'm protecting this environment. I'm protecting this market, right? That's really what business was in the 20th century. Today, there's a Starbucks here. There's a Starbucks here. There's a Starbucks in the bank right here. They're opening up a Starbucks inside of a Starbucks. Okay, that's not true. But you guys understand, right? Like, they're opening up Starbucks left, right, and center because they add value to the distribution process, right? They make life easy, etc. It's not just the coffee, but it's just how convenient it is, all that. So they add value with convenience. The 21st century is adding value to the distribution process. That's what we need to do. As USANA distributors, we need to add value to the distribution process. Middlemen, distributors must be adding real value in the distribution process if consumers are to continue using them. How much value do we add besides, hey bro, come to the meeting? Cool. Did you sign up? No? All right, next. Hey bro, come to the meeting. Did you sign up? Yeah? All right, cool. Go to Saturday training. Cool. It's like, that's the value that we're adding. We can't, I'm sorry, here's more value. Listen to Jim Rohn. It's like, we got to add more value than that, okay? We really got to add value. So don't forget the intoxication of success. If some of you guys are like, Mike, you're tripping, like you're on a good one right now. Remember, the intoxication of success is complacency, right? Closed-mindedness, things like that, right? You can't just be a distributor. You have to be a contributor, right? That's the goal now. So you can't really just be a distributor. You got to be a contributor. So some people are just glorifying the past, overemphasizing the process at the cost of risk-taking or creativity, right? So they're focusing on the process, like, how can we do this? We need a new system. We need a new system. We need a new system. And it's like, let's make our training manual better. Let's make our health and freedom better. Let's make our PowerPoint better. It's like overemphasizing the process at the cost of risk-taking or creativity. Sound familiar? I mean, that's what I was doing. I was just overemphasizing the process. How do we get the training manual to be better? It's like, forget the training manual. Let's just throw it out and let's be risk takers. Let's get back to creativity, a stubborn commitment to traditions, right? Anyways, you guys can see this, right? Knee-jerk responses to competitors' moves. We've tried that before. Like, this company, XYZ Corporation, is doing this. Herbalife is doing this. Why don't we do that, right? Yoli's doing this. Why don't we do that? Like, knee-jerk responses to competitors' moves. Moving away from core strengths. It's like, man, we're just messing up. Like, I was messing up left, right, and center. Blatantly disregarding the past, Okay. So how do you win the battle of relevance? Recalibration, refocus, refresh, reposition. That's what we're going to do. Well, I'm sorry. That's what I'm going to do. You guys are welcome to do whatever you want, but that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to recalibrate, refocus, refresh, and reposition. If you guys look at purpose statements, what are some purpose statements out there? 3M, successful company that continues to grow, right? They solve unsolved problems innovatively. Nike, you guys can see. Walmart, you guys can see. Disney, you can see. Make people happy. When I think about what's my purpose statement in USANA, I can't even think of it, it got lost. I used to think to help people make time, money, and health. To improve time, money, and health. But people were doing that on Instagram. So how was I relevant to that? People are saying like, yeah, I'm helping people with time, money, and health. I have my own brand and I'm making money and I have free time to travel around the world. All I got to do is post some of these squatting videos and I make money. And I'm just like, I could say nothing to that person because it was true. My neighbor is actually a fitness ambassador. Her name is Nikki Blackketter. and I don't know where she is. I'm not going to say anything. We'll leave that out of the conversation. But at some point, she was very, very relevant, and she has made a fortune just being a fitness ambassador. That's it. She worked out. She got in good shape. And as a result, people followed her. 1.6 million followers. That's insane. Okay. But is your following growing like this, or is it starting to do this? See? That's where you have to be careful, right? If you're becoming irrelevant. That's why I don't know if I want to be a brand, but I want us to become a brand and a movement together. Does that make sense? Because if you're the brand, then everything starts and ends with you. And I don't want to be that. I want it to be a movement. I want it to be, if I go down, there's 1,000 people behind me. You know what I mean? If those 1,000 people go down, there's 1,000,000 people behind them. It's like, that's the idea, right? And that's companies like this that seem to have so many people behind it. Like, it's not just going to die when one person goes, right? Walt Disney died, boom, it doesn't end with him. It keeps going, right? All right. So what is my personal brand? I'm going to share it with you guys. And when I say it's mine, it's the one that Scott, Andre, Annette, and now we're getting advised. Okay. We're getting legal advice, and we're getting some social media advice. So legal advice from Dean Shonis, and we're getting social media advice from Nick Shonis, his son. And they're really excited about it, but they're just advising us right now. Okay. So the point is that when we look at the brand that we're kind of working with right now, this is the brand. When somebody says, what's your personal brand? First, you got to start with your mission statement, right? Here's the mission statement from here on forward from Mike Callejas and the people that I mentioned. Sounds like they're going to run with it as well. Okay. And it's not my thing. It's our thing, right? And hopefully everybody who's on the call as well. Hopefully this becomes your mission statement. Something simple. Heal the world by healing people. That's it. We want to heal the world by healing people. Is that pretty simple for you guys? How many of you guys like that mission statement? Because it kind of goes in with Dr. Wentz's mission statement, right? Rid the world of pain and suffering from degenerative disease. The Usana family will be the healthiest family on earth. But if there's no earth, then there's no healthy family, right? So we're going to take it a little step further. Heal the world by healing people. And we want to create an acronym for HEAL. Okay, here's what HEAL stands for. Health, environment, animals, and longevity. HEAL, right? So we want to heal the world by healing people. Hopefully that speaks to your heart. How many of you guys want to make a quick comment on that or share what your thoughts are with that? Does that sound like something that you could get behind? Does that sound like something that you can be like, you know what? I really, really like that messaging. I see it. Okay, cool. So we hear some people. Some people are talking about it. Awesome. Sorry, I got to exit out because people are looking for this for sure. Love it. Okay, wonderful. I'm happy to hear you guys say that. Okay. So let's move on. Simple messaging, right? Simple messaging. All right. What's the vision? Hold on. Give me a second. Oh, sorry, guys. All right. Our mission, which is the vision, right? Our mission is to help people live to be 100 years old in a world of compassion for living things in an environment that thrives as long as we will. That's our vision. I think it's pretty straightforward, right? We want to help people, and because it's not people are living too short and dying too long, right? We want to help people live to be 100 years old, right? Have that longevity in the world of compassion for living things in an environment that thrives as long as we will. All right. I think that's a great vision. That's a powerful mission statement, right? It's a powerful mission. All right. Our goals and our objectives. Our goals and our objectives as of right now are to help 10,000 people join the RAWvolution and consume at least 80% whole food plant-based meals. That's our goal because we feel that that will accomplish that mission that we discussed. All right. That's our first step. Basically, if we were Amazon, what was their goal? To help everybody buy their books on Amazon. So our first step is to help everybody start eating 80% plant-based. From there, it's going to grow. It went from books to movies. It went from movies to clothes. It went from clothes, and now it's everything on Amazon, right? Same thing for us. We're going to start with plant-based diet, whole foods, 80%. From there, we're going to move on into a green lifestyle, which is sustainable living long-term, where it's not fully raw all the time, but 80%. So that's a clean and green lifestyle. Then we're going to move on into beauty and skin. We're going to move on into athleticism and working out. We're going to move on into a lot of other campaigns. So we got maternity, we got children, we got seniors, we got holistic healing, and even sexual healing. All right, so there's a lot of stuff that we're campaigning later, but just to let you guys know, we're starting with this, 10,000 people joining the RAWvolution. What would that do? Well, if one person can save 33,000 gallons of water, 900 square feet of rainforest, reduce CO2 emissions by 600 pounds, and save 30 animals, then you do the math. If 10,000 people complete the program, that means that 330 million gallons of water are saved, 9 million square feet of rainforest saved, 600 pounds of CO2 emissions, I'm sorry, 6 million pounds of CO2 emissions are reduced, and over 30,000 animals, or I'm sorry, 300,000 animals saved. So if that's the case, can you imagine if people are doing 80% plant-based, then these numbers continue to grow, not at that rate, but 80% of this rate. And I'm thinking to myself, that's freaking phenomenal. So our numbers are gonna grow for sure, and we're gonna count them. And we have a way to keep track of this, okay? Our core values are pretty simple: trust, respect, and appreciation. Trust, basically meaning we don't want to violate trust. Everything we're telling you guys is true to our knowledge and based on the research that we've done. We're not just going to throw out some crazy opinion. We're going to really do our due diligence and make sure that it's coming from a good place, right? Respect, we want to respect people's beliefs. We want to respect people's preferences. Remember, it's not about preferences, it's about principles. We want to make sure we have the same principles, which is obviously health and in the environment, helping the environment. Everybody, I think, can agree with that, right? And then appreciation. If somebody just does 5 days of 30 days raw, or 1 day a week, or something later on, right? If they're just doing 1 day a week like that, but it's still a contribution. So we want to appreciate that contribution. We don't want to judge people, okay? So trust, respect, and appreciation, that's the kind of culture and community that we want to build here with our program. And I hope you guys are excited about that too. All right, when somebody says, tell me more about your business, what do you say? Well, this is where you go back to the mission statement, right? We help people eat a plant-based diet, an 80% plant-based diet, so that they can help heal the world and heal people, right? So it's the same mission statement. So we help people do a raw program for 30 days so that they can build good habits and live a healthy lifestyle that saves them and saves the planet. You know, you can answer it however you want, however you feel comfortable, but you can see it's simple messaging. It all ties back into the mission of the company and the vision. What's our niche and specific topics? Obviously, vegan, raw plant-based, all that kind of stuff. But really, we're going to niche plant-based, okay? Plant-based is the niche, not veganism, none of that. It's plant-based because that's a much bigger niche, we believe. All right, our target audience, demographic and psychographic, we got to see where they're at. So this is a really, really cool market research study that was done by, once again, by Kevin Guest himself. He was very generous to share this information with me. But he said this, they surveyed 50,000 people. Usually a survey is about 2,000 people. A good survey is 10,000 people. 50,000 is a phenomenal survey, okay? So they did 50,000 people, and they found out when they asked them where do they find themselves, they found these demographics and these psychographics. Psychographics is how people think, okay? Not actively healthy, you guys can see the percentage. Only health basics, you see the percentage. Actively healthy, health aware, and health nuts. That's where most people fall. Let me describe them to you guys in, not in great detail, but in, So they're too busy, no control over their diet, feel guilty, low energy, right? They're not very active. They are enjoying life though, and they have no prevention concern. They stick to the basics. This is the health, only health basics. Stick to the basics, don't try new things, influenced by physicians, little supplement use, and safety and price sensitive. That's my parents. My parents, whatever their physician said, they listen, right? Little supplement use before the 30-day raw program. And they're very sensitive to price and safety. That was them. Now, if you think about where I started in my health journey in 2006, when I first got started in USANA, I would say I was not actively healthy. Too busy, no control over my diet, didn't really care. You know, I felt guilty. It's like, that's where I was 11 years ago. So I've been on my health journey with USANA too, and they've helped facilitate that. That's why I love USANA, because they're helping facilitate that, right? The reset was my first. See, the reset was attractive to somebody who was not actively healthy. Only health basics, and then you have actively healthy. Actively healthy, right? You look at people that are trying to stay healthy, image conscious, right? They're attracted to natural and organic. You look at people that are health aware. People that are health aware, they want to be in control. They convenience, stress, and weight are top concerns, and they go on health kicks. Last but not least are the aggressively healthy active, right? Or health active. These are people that are usually, it says vegan, we're going to change it to plant-based. I keep saying that, but we're going to change it to plant-based. But usually plant-based and gluten-free, high organic and natural product use, and very health proactive, right? Very proactive. These are basically Sanaviv. So Sanaviv is a great representation of health nuts. Okay, Sanaviv is very health nuts. All right, so that's the standard, right? I think Sanaviv sets the standard for the world. And imagine if the medical community duplicated what Sanaviv does, do you think that would change the world? It's like, I have no doubt in my mind that it would change the world. So describe your ideal customer avatar. As you guys can see here, this is basically the way the pie boils down, right? So who are we trying to attract? Who is our ideal customer avatar? Can you turn on the air, please? So the ideal customer avatar is going to be, for us, the health aware, the actively healthy, and the health nuts. Only health basics and not actively healthy, that's not our ideal customer avatar, but we don't want to lose those people, okay? We want to help people, right? That's our goal, to heal the planet and heal people, right? So we can't say, forget those people. There's products and programs in USANA that are very helpful for people that are at that point of only health basics and not actively healthy. But I'll give you an example. If you try to sell a reset to a health nut, how does that usually go? Right? If you're trying to sell a reset to a health nut, what do they say? I mean, I want to hear what you guys have to say. What does somebody say when you try to sell a reset to a health nut? Some people say nope, but what do they say? Can you give me a little bit more than that? Like, what do they usually say? Like, what's their reasoning for nope? Too much sugar, too much sugar, too much sugar. Look at that. 3 people answered the same. What do you mean? And what do we say? No, but it's low glycemic, this, that, right? Like we try to really, explain ourselves. They question everything. They tear apart the ingredients. There's whey, there's soy. You get me, guys? It's hard for us to sell the reset to the health nuts. If not impossible to sell the reset unless they're a friend and they want to help you, right? What about actively healthy people? Yeah, they might try it out. What about health aware? They're more questioning, right? What about not actively healthy? Those people buy it. Those people usually buy the reset, okay? So I want to make sure you guys understand that there's a place for it. That's why when the My Smart Foods came out, why do you think USANA came out with the My Smart Foods? Maybe now this is all making sense to you, right? They came out with the My Smart Foods because the My Smart Foods was actually a good way to appeal to the health nuts. When I showed the health nuts, the plant-based protein, they're like, oh, thank you. This is awesome. Thank you. And I was just like, you're welcome. I mean, I don't drink the plant-based protein, but you're welcome. That's what I was thinking back then. So I was selling plant-based protein, but I was not consuming plant-based protein. Isn't that kind of crazy? So what happened? Where was I on my health journey about, let's just say about 3 months ago? I would say that I was in between health aware and health basics. That's probably where I was, between health aware and health basics. I fell right in the middle of that. I was here sometimes, I was here sometimes, right? So there you go. That explains why I consume certain products. I consume chocolate Nutri-Meal. I took my health pack. I exercised very little. I ate out. I ate fast food. That's it. I never cooked. I never really cared to eat at home. That was it. Make sense? So that's where I felt. So what happened after 30 days raw? Okay. Well, after 30 days raw, this is the bizarre thing, right? I literally did a quantum leap. Like I went from only health basics and health aware. I went all the way to health nut. And what's crazy about health nut is that I haven't gone back. Does that make sense? Like I stayed hovering in the health nut area. Now I'm very proactive. I'm looking at things. I'm looking at labels. Like I'm more mindful of it. But that's as a result of the whole 30 days raw. So can you imagine? Now, for some of you guys that are on the 30-day raw program right now, would you agree with that? Do you feel like you've dabbled into health nut a little bit and you're kind of learning and liking it a little bit? How many of you guys can agree with that? All right, Derek Hoy, absolutely. Let's see if anybody else. Nate says 100%. Awesome. Okay, so you guys can kind of see, right? What the point I'm trying to make is that what's the method behind the madness? The method behind the madness is if we can encourage them to dabble as a health nut for 30 days, the likelihood of them going back to not actively healthy is very slim. So now we've actually created the market that we're desiring, which is the health nuts. Dude, my parents are actually telling me, mijo, ¿y las vitaminas? That means, son, where are my vitamins? I need my vitamins. It's like, I'm like, are you kidding me? My parents never called me. It was usually when I was on a rank advancement or I was trying to help somebody rank advance in my team. I was like, Mom, Dad, you need to buy your vitamins, okay? 300 points. And they're like, okay. And they'll buy them and they'll take them. But it wasn't a 300-point auto order. So what am I suggesting? It's like their behavior is changing. Their lifestyle is changing. I'll show you this right now. This is mind-blowing. Absolutely mind-blowing. Like, I don't even know what to say. I look at my parents' refrigerator, okay? I open it. Ann Ha, who came over to my house, she opened my refrigerator and she goes, whoa, look at your fridge. It's green in there. She goes, this is a big change, because whenever she came over to my house before and she opened the fridge, there's like leftovers in a plastic container. You know, there's like a half-eaten like sandwich. There's like, you know, a gallon of milk in there. It's got the little crud on the top lip, on the rim of the thing. It's like, that was it before. You guys want to see my house now? Watch. My girlfriend's right here. But look, we even have a freaking garden in our house now. We got an indoor garden growing over here. Are you kidding me? When was that going to happen? Okay. So it seems like we're really dabbling with health nut, but it's fun and it's inspiring, right? Like people are going to look at our garden and say, wait, you guys are growing your own vegetables here? It's like, yeah, of course. It's local. It's organic, right? So we're actually growing our own stuff. It's mind-blowing. I kid you not. It really is mind-blowing. But there's something about these plants that say something to you. It talks about like how much you understand the process of making them. If you can't understand how to grow these things, then you really should try, because once you understand the process of growing them, now you know how to produce them on a massive scale, what it must take and what that's doing to your body. Do you guys understand? Like, it's like my health journey is evolving constantly. That doesn't make me better than anyone. I'm just excited and I'm just putting it out there. And guess what happens? People start hitting me up. Hey, that's kind of cool. Where'd you get that? Or hey, what's it? And it's like people are coming to USANA as a result of my little garden here. I mean, how crazy is that? People are coming to USANA as a result of my garden, okay? So I think that's phenomenal that I can prospect in a real way, right? It's like I'm prospecting with my lifestyle versus saying, all right, let me put the bat suit on, let me go prospect. It's like, no, my lifestyle is prospecting. My lifestyle is appealing to the health-aware, actively healthy, and the health nuts. I think that's something you guys, I don't know if you guys are excited about that, but it's true. And as your health journey, for those of you guys who are on 30 Days Raw, as that evolves, guess what happens? You evolve. Your health evolves. Your prospecting ability evolves. You start building communities. People start coming to you. Exactly. No more faking until you make it. Exactly. Because we lead with health. And if we lead with health, that should build the business. Okay? Transparency. Exactly, Tony. You got me, brother. You see what I'm saying? Okay, awesome, awesome. Let's go ahead and move on. Now, some of you guys say, Mike, I don't know. My friend will never give up chicken. I love meat. I love milk. I love beef, right? And I've had that conversation with people, and I'm just like, bro, you're not getting it. Part of the strategy is a willingness to make your customers unhappy. Your target audience should be extremely happy, as it's those we are serving. I don't know about you guys, but who would you rather have a health conversation with? A health nut or somebody who's not actively healthy? Who would you rather have a health conversation with? Who is it easier to have a health conversation with? Who is it easier to sell the products to? A health nut. Absolutely. Absolutely a health nut. Because they're the ones that you don't have to say, hey, you need to eat clean. You need to take, like they're like, yeah, I know. It's like, but now if we become health nuts and we tell other health nuts, take your probiotics. They're like, no, I'm a health nut. It's like, yeah, me too. It's like now we can really market to the health nuts because we're in that space. Make sense? We're not speaking to them from like, we're not selling to them. We're basically talking to them. And that's the difference, okay? So for some of you guys that still don't understand why are we doing 30 days raw, hopefully that explains it and that shines some light on the subject, because the goal is to take them from wherever they're at over to Health Nut. And then from there, if they never, I think somebody who eats 80% plant-based, to me, I still consider them a Health Nut. Somebody who eats 80% plant-based, whole food plant-based, that person's a Health Nut, man. That person gets it for sure. 80% though. But how many people are actually eating 80 to, I'm sorry, let me take that back. Someone who's health aware is 80%. Someone who's 90% and above, that's a Health Nut. 90% and above. That's a Health Nut to me. Somebody health aware, 80%. Somebody who's actively healthy, 70% plant-based. And anything below that is 60, 50 and below, right? And that's where we see the health. That's where we see the health is directly proportional to what their eating is and their lifestyle is, their dietary preferences. So hopefully that makes sense to you guys. So remember, Michael Porter, he does this. Michael Porter, the Institute for Strategy and Competitiveness at Harvard Business School, he says, make sure your target audience is happy. It's them you're trying to serve. So for people who say, Mike, I don't know if I want to do 30 days raw because I eat meat and I do all this and I do all that. I'm like, bro, it's 30 days. That's what it is. 30 days. You can adjust from there. And I've had people say, nah, I'm going to do it my own way. I'm like, yeah, go for it. Make sense? It's like, it's all about really understanding the method behind the madness. And I think for people like Nate and Dara and everybody who's doing it already, I feel like you guys are starting to understand now the method behind the madness. And as we continue on, it's only going to go like this. I'm telling you, we're going to hit momentum. It's going to happen. We're going to hit freaking momentum. Probably before the end of this year, we should be experiencing the beginning of momentum. And I'm excited about that, okay? All right, customers, needs, and price. Well, customers, what do they need? They need all of these things. Our customers need effective products, science-based, personalized, relevant, unique, reliable, safe solutions and results. All right, some of you guys have already seen this, but for those of you guys who are gonna watch the video, right, we gotta go over it. What about price? I always feel that I used to try to sell the price to my parents. I'd be like, Mom, Dad, you know, it's cheap. It's cheaper than Costco. Look, if you take 5 Costco vitamins, it's equivalent to 1 USANA vitamin. So it's cheaper. I used to do that to my parents. And they would always be like, mijo. But I go to their house. And whenever I go to their house, they'd hide their supplements that they bought at Costco so that I wouldn't see it. And I'd open the drawer and I'd be like, Mom, what's this? Fish oil from Costco? You know, it was on sale. And I'm just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was just like, you see, because I was trying to sell them discount. That's people who are only health basic. They're sensitive to price. You get me? Now my parents are like, I'm not taking that Costco stuff. Give me the USANA stuff. I want premium. I want premium because they see the value in it. Do you guys understand? I hope you guys understand my point there. I really don't hope that point is like everything right there. If you get that, then you really get what's going on here. And it's gonna grow. That's what's cool. Because now my parents are health ambassadors, like literally. Like even my mom and dad are going to convention. Are you kidding me? How are my freaking mom and dad going to convention without me twisting their arm to go? They're like, yeah, we're excited. We're gonna go to convention. And this time when they sit in convention, they're not gonna be there saying, when does my son go up to say something cool so that he could get an award? No, my parents are at convention now going, oh wow, this is important. Like now it's a different thing. And that to me is just more proof by indication. Proof by indication for people who don't see this. It's like, I wanna ask, are your parents going to convention? It's like, no, why? Oh, they don't have time. They don't have money. Well, they're price sensitive, right? You know, they have no time for health. It's not a priority. Then your parents are probably not healthy, active, or only health basics. And where do we see the future for people that are in that category? It breaks my heart, but I'm telling you right now, those are the people that end up sick. Those are the people that end up with degenerative disease and become statistics in this world. And I'm not gonna stand for it, man. I'm not gonna stand for it. I wanna inspire people to go out there and help their families and really do it, not just by telling their family, take the USANA vitamin, but really living a Sanaviv lifestyle. That's what I'm hoping for. All right. So how can we offer solutions and support? You guys ready for this? Well, let's talk about it. We've talked about this before, right? But I'm gonna share it with you guys again. There's 6 building blocks to building a social network marketing business. Okay, so this is the blueprint. The 6 building blocks are the same as they've always been. If you guys read Eric Worre's GoPro, phenomenal book in simplifying what we have to do in network marketing, which is prospecting, inviting, presenting, following up, closing, training, and promoting events. Great. Guess what? We're going to do the exact same thing, but how we do those things is going to be a little bit more innovative this time. Now, if you guys are, like I said, if you guys want to still keep doing it the old-fashioned way, go for it. Don't stop doing presentations and trainings and all that kind of stuff. Do what you want to do. Go for it. For me, I'm going to take a huge risk, and I'm literally going to dedicate myself after we launch to doing no health and freedoms and no trainings. I'm going to do that on purpose. I'm going to do that on purpose because if I can prove with my own testimonial and with my own lifestyle that I can build a USANA business successfully and I can get enrollments to go like this, customers to go like this, and my residual income to go like that, and if I can rank advance, if I can go from 3-star diamond, which I'm not even executive this year, okay, so that sucks. But if I can go from 3-star diamond director to 5-star executive by next convention, at least. And if somebody says, how did you do it? I'm going to say, I did 0 health and freedoms and 0 trainings. I did 0 presentations. If someone says impossible, I'm going to say, nope, it's not impossible. I'm living proof. That's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. Because if I can do that, and if I can prove that, then everything that we do here is basically hope for associates that say, I don't have time, I don't have money, I have kids, I have, I live in Oklahoma, I don't have any friends, I don't know who to talk to. Mike, I can't cold market people. Mike, my friends say they don't have time to do USANA. Mike, my friends say they don't have time or money to do this business. Mike, how do I keep my friends on auto order? Mike, my team isn't getting paid fast enough. Like, it's just like, I'm just like this, and I'm just like, is there a solution or not? And if there's not a solution, well, then that's where hope starts becoming very limited, right? And without hope, what usually happens to associates? See, without hope, they quit. Some of them quit on USANA and quit on network marketing. They lose all hope. And then they just go back to their job and the regular life, right? Which is fine, no judgment there. But I feel you. I understand you got to do what you got to do. Others, they go back to their job, but their hope isn't dead. They still believe that network marketing is good. I think about people like that. I think about so many people in my team like that, and it freaking breaks my heart, man. I have so many team members. I don't want to say any names right now, but I have people in my team that I think, and I look at them and they just look defeated. They look like, Mike, I can never do what you do. I can't go up on stage. I can't speak in front of all these people. I don't care if I make $1 million a year in USANA. I just want to make $1,000, $2,000 a month, but I can't do what you do. And it breaks my heart. I think to myself, what solution do I have for those people? I got no solution for them. Besides the old-fashioned, listen to Jim Rohn, go to convention, go to regionals, get back into the meetings, get back into personal development. And it's like, they're like, yeah, I'm still doing that, but I still don't know how I'm going to find a prospect to talk to. Hey man, go read How to Win Friends and Influence People. Go to the mall, put your suit on. It's like, what the hell am I going to tell them? I have nothing to tell them that I haven't already told them. And for me, that's where I start losing hope. And for me, I feel like that I always try my best to be as authentic as possible. Where if I like something, I'm going to tell you I love it and I like it and I do it. And if I don't like something, I'm going to tell you straight out I don't like it. And that usually gets me in trouble sometimes, because some people take it personal or whatever, right? But the truth is that if it's not feeling right, I can't do it. And right now, it doesn't feel like if I just tell somebody, go prospect, go talk to your neighbor, go knock on the door of your neighbor and say, howdy neighbor, how's it going? What's new? And how's your family? Oh, my family's good. How about your family? It's good. How's your job? My job is good. How's your job? Well, I'm doing this new project actually to build a business on the side, working from home. Okay, what's your business? Well, it's actually health. Are you familiar with health? What are your health goals right now? Well, I don't know. I haven't really thought of it, but or I'm a health nut. I'm a health nut. Awesome, cool. Well, what are your products? Well, I'd like to invite you to come to a presentation. Oh, I don't have time to go to a presentation. Do you guys get me? It's like I can't really even teach form anymore. Family, occupation, recreation, and money. I can't even teach someone that because, I mean, to do that, you have to be really talented. Really talented. You have to have some serious people skills. Now, do I have people skills? You know what? I'll let you answer that question, okay? But as far as where I'm at with my people skills, I feel like they're good enough to actually prospect people and make money. I feel like I'm good enough to do that. But can I teach someone to do that who just signed up today? It's gonna take a while. It's gonna take a while. So therefore, prospecting, which is the building block of our business. If you talk to any network marketer, I remember Jordan Kemper at Next Level U, he said this: I spend 80% of my time prospecting and 20% of my time training my team. 80% of my time is prospecting to new people, and 20% of my time I spend it with my team. How many of you guys remember that? Anybody here who's on this webinar remember that? Do you remember when Jordan would say stuff like that? Okay, so if he said that, are we doing that? Well, how do you spend 80% of your time prospecting people? How the hell do you do that? It's like you can't, because everybody's on social media. I can't even get a hold of people like that. I can't even call someone, and I call someone and they text me back. Oh shoot, you know what? It's not even like that anymore. Before I used to call someone and they would text me back. Now I call them, they don't text me back, and then they end up liking my photo. And that's the way they show me that they're still alive, you know? So it's just crazy that the world is shifting to the point where I can't even get a hold of people. If I tried to make 20 invites a day through the phone, dude, it would be challenging. But if I can do a post, now what if I post USANA? Because I've tried it, right? What if I just post the reset is back? That's great. Some of you guys have done it. It appeals to a certain demographic. I'm gonna post that. Okay, I'm gonna do a post today about the reset. And I'm gonna do an honest post about the reset. I'm gonna do an honest post. I'm gonna say, hey, for some of you guys who are health nuts or you're already actively healthy, this product might not be good for you. But if you know someone who's just starting their health journey, consider this as a good 5 days in introducing them to health for the first time. I'm gonna post the reset like that. I'm gonna say it's buy one, get one free right now, man. You can't beat that. Okay, so I'm gonna do my post on the reset today so that, you know, you guys all can see that I'm still with USANA, right? It's like I'm still doing USANA. I'm just really rethinking and rebranding myself, right? So micro content, macro content. It's not just saying the reset, it's for everyone. No, because people are just gonna be like, it's like, no, you gotta make sure that when you post the reset, it's about who it's targeting. You know, you could say this is a great program for people who are starting. If you're really, really serious, we got another program, Go 30 Days Raw. If you're like a health nut, or if you're already like past the whole like, you know, not actively healthy, Go 30 Days Raw, man. That's a good program for you because that'll really step your game up. You guys understand what I'm saying? Like it's really about understanding the demographic of who we're marketing to. Okay. So anyways, Derek Coy says that is so good. I've been struggling with wanting to get the word out about reset. There you go. But if you're transparent, you can say, I'm on 30 Days Raw right now, so I can't use this. But you know what? This is a great program. This is a great program. I did this program, you know, whenever you did it, be honest about it, right? I did this program, you know, 4 years ago, and it really marked the beginning of my health journey, right? I mean, that's the truth. For me, it did. That was the beginning of my health journey. Okay, so anyways, guys, let's get out there and promote reset, okay? Because we got to promote reset, but making sure we're promoting it right. We can't be silly about it and just put it out there like, you know, blind, like spam. We can't put it out there like spam because people look at that and they just look the other way. And as soon as we become spammers, that's it, man. We're typecasted and it's over for us. How many of you guys agree with that? You know that that's true, right? You know that as soon as you start posting like a salesy type of thing on your Instagram or Facebook, people look the other way. They don't want to hear that. So macro content and micro content, we need to be very mindful that that's the new way to prospect people. That's the new way to prospect people. Hands down, okay? So if you're not prospecting through macro content and micro content, then how do you do it? But it has to be honest. It has to be raw, right? It has to be real. That's the way you prospect. It can't be BS. It has to be true. I remember watching television and thinking to myself, man, I hate commercials, and I just pass them, right? And then I got on YouTube, and then commercials came out, ads came out. I was like, can I pay to get rid of these freaking ads? It's like every time I saw an ad, I didn't want to see it. And now Instagram and Facebook has become that, where we see people selling stuff. We became what aggravated us. I remember my mentor Duke used to use that line all the time. Michael, you become what aggravates you. It's like, it's true. We became what aggravated us. We became the commercials. We cannot become what aggravates us. We have to be real human beings with a real connection, a real relationship to people. So let's do macro content and micro content, and let's be real about it. But see, it goes back to the beginning of this webinar, right? What's the goal? To heal people, to heal the planet by healing people. That has to be at the core of you. And I don't know about you, but I hope that's at the core of every human being on earth right now, because if it's not, we got a hard road ahead. And I can't just say, I'm going to put it in God's hands. No. I can't put it in God's hands just like that. We have a responsibility as human beings to participate in that process, okay? It is becoming literally, for me, a living mission now. And I'm going to work with this, man. I'm really going to say that's how God's going to see. Because I was at church today, right? And they talked about it. And they said, when people, this is what the pastor, a female pastor went up today and killed it, man. She was freaking awesome. Anyways, she went up there and she freaking killed it. I was like, this is the first female pastor I've ever seen. And this is exactly what she said. She said, when people see your love for other people, that's when they see God the most. I was like, amen. I was like, amen. And that's what I want people to see. I want people to see my love for other people, because I freaking love people. I love my dog. I love him. But I'm never going to love even the person that I dislike the most on this planet more than my dog. The person I dislike the most gets more love than my dog. Okay, just so you guys know. So I love people so much, and I want people to see that. And I hope that you guys can feel that and see that even through this webinar. But now it's about helping people see that through my lifestyle, because that's really, really what we want to do. Okay, enough of that. Back to macro content and micro content. The way we're going to do macro content and micro content, let me show you guys. I got to exit out of this because I got to show you guys a little bit about, and I apologize, I'm a little passionate right now, but I know people will see this, and it's the truth. I feel it from my heart. I'm speaking from the heart. So let me go ahead and show you guys. Sorry about that. I got to change this up a little bit. 1 second. So you guys all see this, right? You guys see the building blocks for the blueprint. Let me go ahead, keep that in mind right now. Keep that in mind. And I'm going to show you guys now somebody who does that, okay? So if you guys have not seen this person before, okay? So this is somebody who's probably battling for relevance right now. She's fighting for relevance, right? But if I see somebody like Paige, what? Oh yeah, her photos. Yeah, I mean, it's all about fitness, right? It's all about fitness, right? Make no mistake about it. This is all about fitness, okay? So 67 people saved this photo 21 hours ago. Look, I'm in Mexico right now. Where are you? It's all about fitness. So I want to make sure you guys understand that she's a model. She's a beautiful girl, all that kind of stuff, you know? But she's really marketing fitness, right? Like that's her brand. Her brand is fitness. Okay, so anyways, the point I'm trying to make is that this was very, very relevant, I would say about 4 or 5 years ago, when fitness was just popping, dude. It was huge. And what she did is she harnessed it. 5 million people are following her. But this is what's interesting, right? 5 million people are following her. Let me go to a fitness post. All right, so 5 million people are following her, and 3,000 people are clicking on it. All right? And then you guys see the address and all that kind of stuff. She's going into Mexico because she knows that in Mexico, in the relevance curve with social media, guess where Mexico is? Is Mexico more with social media, or are they behind the United States? They're behind, guaranteed. When you go to Mexico, it's literally like going back in time like 3 years. Like they just discovered Uber. And you're just like, what? We've been doing Uber for like forever now, right? It's just like they're a little bit behind, okay? No offense to Mexico, it's just that's the way it is. But see, Paige knows that. So now she's trying to reach that other market, okay? Can she really tap into that market? I mean, she doesn't speak Spanish. I don't think she speaks Spanish. I don't think she's a Latina. But, you know, people that follow her are going to really look into this. So she's really branding herself in marketing, right? Anyways, long story short, the reason why I'm showing you this is because her goal, this is called macro content and micro content. So you guys get an example of it, right? So you see her macro content and her micro content. She's posting. The goal is to get people to come here and to click sign up. If people click sign up, oh shoot, is their site down? Okay, there it is. All right, so if people click sign up, what ends up happening? They come here and you see her site. Her site has just been revamped, which I think looks great. She did a good job of revamping her site. You can put your email there and submit, but this is a very relevant landing page. This is a very, very relevant landing page, okay? So you can watch the video, and if you watch her video, it'll explain to you what she's all about.
My name is Paige Hathaway, and I am the creator of the
Ooh, she's the creator. Okay. All right. So all of that stuff happens, right? That video is a little old already. Okay. So I don't think she just shot that video. She shot that video probably a few years ago. And you guys can see transform in just 5 weeks. You guys can see happy customers, past challenges. This is new. She did not have this on her site. Literally like 3 weeks ago or less. She did not have that on her site, but she just updated that. She's got the before and after photos. This is so 2014. Okay, so I'm just letting you guys know the before and after photos. I don't think that's very relevant now. People want to see live broadcast, live, like you literally got to do a turn. Like you got to be like, here I am. Like that's relevant because you can't fake that. Like you can suck it in, you can pose, you can do all this stuff. But if you do a turn for me, it's like, whoa, I see it. And if you see Facebook live broadcast and you can kind of like go back and see the journey on Facebook Live, it's like, oh shoot, I see your journey. I can see where you were a month ago and I can see where you are now, right? All right, so people want to sign up for this or whatever. How much does it cost? It's $427, guys. But you know what? Only $199 right now. Wow. All right, so let's go ahead and click on join now. I love this because for someone who's looking for fitness, it works. Paige is making money. I'll tell you this, she's probably making more money than most of us on this call. Let's just put it that way. No offense. But she's using the social media blueprint. See? She did micro and macro. From there, people clicked on the landing page. Now she has the value content. You could have put your email there, right? And now you're at the checkout page. All right, so when you're at the checkout page, what happens from here? All right, you got $199 here. All right, add it to the cart. Boom, let me check out. And then I buy it, right? Once I buy it, what happens next? Once I buy it, I get an email and it tells me about welcome to my fitness in 5 week thing. And you know, welcome to this. And then you get added to a special Facebook group. And in there, you're like, oh, cool, I'm part of the special community. You get more one-on-one access with her. She might actually comment on your photo now. She might respond to your question on there, but that's more of a special group, right? Okay, that's it. And then from there, as those people go out there and say, man, I just got ripped in 5 weeks. Thank you, Paige Hathaway, hashtag Paige Hathaway. What happens? More people go follow Paige Hathaway. And from there, what happens? More people go to the landing page. More people click on the value content. More people check out. More people do this and this, okay? And then what happens? Back to this. All right, did that make sense to everyone? Any questions there? Any questions there so far? No questions there? Everybody, does that make sense to everyone? Do you guys see now how Paige has made over $1 million in the last 4 years? Did you guys know that? She's made probably multiple millions. All right. Now, if you ask her, has she helped the planet? Has she helped people? Has she made money? Has she, if you ask her that, she'll say, yeah, man, I'm no different than you, Mike. I'm helping the planet and I'm helping people. Okay, well, I'll get into that in a second. So how would I have a conversation with someone who is really fit but eats a lot of dairy and more likely meat? It's about our testimony. Remember the power of testimony? We've already had people that are super ripped, like they work out like crazy. And there's a lot of people on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube who are already doing that. There's now Raw Fit. There's now people saying the fit vegan. There's all these people who show that. Even people who are like world record holders in deadlifting, squatting, and powerlifting are vegans. So there's, like I said, there's a lot of help on our side to show people that. But remember, the conversation is going to be for somebody who wants to live to be healthy and help the environment. I'll be honest. Some people, Dara, are not there, okay? Like I have some friends that will say, I love meat. I won't give it up no matter what you say. And I'm just like, hey, I'm not gonna argue with you, bro. Like, you're my best friend. I freaking love you. Eat all the meat you want, man. I'm just not gonna eat any to account for yours. Does that make sense? Like, that's what I'm doing. I'm literally like, I eat literally no meat and no dairy to account for some of my friends that I love dearly who are not gonna give it up. So I'm gonna account for them, okay? So anyways, I'm gonna save 30,000 gallons for my friend today. I'm saying, no, this is for you, bro. I'm saving 30,000 gallons for the ones you're wasting. I'll save them, you know? I'm just kidding, I'm just kidding. But the point is, they would be our best advocate to living a healthy lifestyle. Ann Ha says that. And Ann is a great example. Ann Ha, if you guys haven't seen her in the gym, she's a beast, right? Like she's totally lifting and doing all of this. Let's just say that Ann at some point says, you know what, heck, why not? I'll give it a shot. I would say that Ann is very health aware, all right? And if you guys haven't met Ann, get to know her. She freaking rocks, okay? And if you guys remember the PowerPoint, health aware is somebody who is very healthy aware, they're attracted to organic, and they go on health kicks, right? That was one of the characteristics. They go on health kicks. So Ann's always trying new things. You know, she'll do like, you know, I'm only gonna do vegetables and I'm only gonna do chicken. I'm gonna weigh my meats. You know, she does that. And I'm like, that's cool. How's it going? You know, I wanna see her successful. I wanna see her healthy, reaching her goals. So I'm never gonna be hating on her saying, don't do that. Like, no, that's not respectful, right? I'm respectful to Ann. I respect her. I trust her. I appreciate her. So I'm not gonna have that conversation with Ann. It's gonna be more of an inquisitive conversation. How's it going? How are you feeling? Like, is it working? Is it not working? You know, like, do you guys understand? Like, it's like, that's the way the conversation needs to go. It cannot be a judgmental conversation. It has to be more of an inquisitive conversation of like, oh, cool. How's it going? You know, like, is it working out? You know what I'm saying? Like, and then maybe for me, what I like to do is I like to take people to eat. Like, I like to go eat with people. So Ann knows that already, right? We've gone to eat together. And she's like, oh, this is really good, or this is really good. And as we're eating, you see, it's also just exposures. It's an exposure for her to say, that's pretty good. Maybe I could do it. Maybe, not sure yet. She goes, I'm dipping a toe in the raw pool right now. I'm not putting a foot in. I'm just dipping a toe in there. I'm like, I appreciate that toe. You know, I appreciate that toe. It's like, that's the thing. Like for me, like I have, love is patient, right? So I'm patient. That's biblical if you guys don't know Corinthians. But love is patient. So I have a lot of love for everyone. I'm patient. I believe that people will eventually come over naturally. I do believe that. I believe as human beings, we will eventually come over naturally. So I wouldn't get caught up too much in trying to convince, but more so just live that example and be so good at living that example that people come to you. That's why for me, like, I don't know if you guys know Janelyn, but I'm always encouraging Janelyn. I love Janelyn. She's like a sister to me. And I'm always encouraging her, Janelyn, be healthy, be healthy. And yeah, maybe it creates a little bit of stress and anxiety and worry inside of me, but it's like, I want her to be so healthy, not just because of this, you know, to market her or whatever, but really because it's an inspiration to others. If she's healthy, it speaks volumes to people, right? If I'm healthy, it speaks volumes to people. You got to understand, I've never really been fit in my life. I've never been fit, okay? And I don't think I've ever felt this good. And I'm weighing in at I weighed in at 158, man. I'm back to like high school weights here, okay? This is like shocking. And what have I done different? The only thing I've done different, you guys know I'm injured, right? You guys know I'm wearing a boot right now. So it's not like I'm exercising at the gym, right? So I'm not working out. I'm not even doing push-ups because I can't even plant my foot to do a freaking push-up right now. I'm injured. And even though I'm still not gaining weight, I'm still feeling energy. I'm still losing weight, which is cool, right? I could be losing muscle, right? Because I was kind of working out. But the point is that my weight is still under control. The last time I sprained my foot, you want to know what happened? I freaking gained 15 pounds. And that was like after 30 days, I had gained 15 pounds. Do you guys understand? Like your lifestyle cannot change just because you're injured. Your lifestyle can't change just because there's a hiccup in the road. And this is God speaking to me. He said, you know what? You're injured. Are you going to live your lifestyle? So I'm like, yeah, God, I'm committed, man. It's not a show. Like, I'm with you, Lord. Like, you see what I mean? Like, I didn't think I was going to get into a motorcycle accident, but my lifestyle is not going to be compromised because of my motorcycle accident. I'm still going to live healthy. I'm still going to eat clean. I'm still going to eat plant-based. I'm still going to do that. And I'm going to be very, very mindful of what I eat right now, especially right now because I'm injured and I have no mobility. I'm not exercising at all. Okay? So want to make sure that that's, so hopefully that answers your question, Dara. I hope I answered that to the best of my ability to kind of give you a little perspective there. And Anne says that, yeah, fitness people would be the best because they already have the huge followings. So if we can get fitness people who are fitness ambassadors on something like the Raw journey and they start making that change and they give us like a little props or shout out, oh, dude, then for sure we're going to blow up. And I believe that's going to happen. And I'll show you why. Okay, I'll show you guys why. So let's go back to this. So how do we do it then, right? How do we do it? Let's go back to our chart. So this represents the social media blueprint, right? Social media marketing blueprint. The way we're going to do network marketing now, or the way I'm going to do it. So what is my macro content and what is my micro content? See, you got to understand something. When you look at the macro content and the micro content, it's hard to give branding to a brand new person. Like, how does somebody who just joined USANA today say, I'm going to develop my brand? It's like, it takes so much time for somebody to develop a brand, right? So there's a campaign. If we campaign, that's something that everyone can do, even because it shows that you're trying something new. A campaign is different than a brand, but a campaign is a great way to create macro and micro content. Beautiful way to create macro and micro content, okay? So let me show you guys an example of a campaign, 30 Days Raw. So as you're doing 30 Days Raw, what happens? People are gonna hit you up. What is that? You're stupid, why are you doing that, right? So you're gonna get a little bit of that too. Like, raw, no thank you. I'm gonna eat meat for the rest of my life. You can never change me. And you're like, cool. And then you're gonna get people saying, like, you're gonna get people who are actually mean about it. Like, raw, who do you think you are? You think you're better than me? Right? You're gonna get people like that. It's just crazy, but you're gonna get stuff like that, but you're not out there judging. This is why you need to trust, respect, and appreciate, right? No need to put judgment out there. During my 30 days, did I ever say, you're this and you're that? All I did was I'm loving life. That's what I did during my campaign. I'm loving life. I love how I feel. I love what it means. I love it's like, I filled my heart with love during 30 days. What did that do? It reached out to hundreds of people, literally hundreds of people. You guys want to know how many now? Over 300 plus have done the 30 days or dabbled with it as a result of my original campaign. If that doesn't shock you, and remember, I didn't have a landing page. I had no landing page, so I dropped the ball with that, right? So I had no landing page. I had no value content originally. I had no checkout page. My product and my service was USANA, so I had to, like, you know, order the products for them and send it to their house and all that. And my relationships and support, I didn't have a group page. So therefore, I did the first one very well, which was prospecting, and I dropped the ball with the others, right? And through dropping the ball, over 300 people got involved. I don't know if you guys are impressed with that or not, but that's actually quite phenomenal with no landing page. Can you imagine people, if they actually had a landing page to go to, what would that have done? It would have changed. I think the numbers would have gone up. I think I would have had more people do it. So if you look at my social media following through Instagram, it's about 6,000. So of those and it's grown. It actually grew during my campaign. I got 2,000 new followers during my campaign, which was crazy, okay? So I only had about 4,000 followers, And during my 30-day raw campaign, I got 2,000 new followers. I was like, what the heck? Like, where did this come from, you know? Because I was posting every day, multiple times a day. I was posting on my storyline, like apple cider vinegar, hashtag 30 days raw, hashtag healthy, hashtag, and I was doing that, and guess what? 2,000 new followers. I thought that was crazy. I was shocked. The point I'm trying to make is that hashtagging and posting daily with my micro content, I got over 300 people to do the program with no landing page. Let me tell you, we have solved the problems. We have great minds here at USANA. People like Annette, who created the 30-day raw program for people to follow, which is a PDF. I'll show you now. The PDF that she created, some of you guys might look at that and go, that's very simple and primitive. It is, but guess what? It was better than not having anything. So we got this done. Chris Pastoris kind of helped do it. Now, this is what we were using for now. This is not what we're going to use when we do 30 days raw on August 20th. The reason why is because we're not going to brand any individuals, okay? So even though Annette's beautiful, I think she's the most beautiful girl ever, she's not going to be the brand of 30 days raw. She's just going to be a person who's participating in the movement. But we cannot brand any individual because then the movement loses pizzazz. It needs to be bigger than one person, right? So it talks about how it works. It talks about helpful tips. Obviously, we can't put this in without getting USANA to agree with it first, so we're working on that right now. But if USANA doesn't agree with that, then all we're gonna do is just write down digestive enzymes, probiotics. We're not gonna write down, we're not gonna put the label, but we're just gonna write down generic. So if somebody wants to use a different product, they can, but obviously, which ones are we encouraging and promoting? We all know, right? USANA. Okay, so we're encouraging My Health Packs that say 30 days raw. We're encouraging probiotics, digestive enzymes, plant-based protein, which plant-based protein has gotten such a bad rap in USANA. People have called it the My Smart Farts. People have called it all types of things. It's like, now the plant-based protein is all I consume. Can you imagine if we make the plant-based protein a hit? What's USANA gonna say? USANA's gonna be like, numbers are growing in plant-based protein sales. Why is this happening? Because we're awesome. Okay, that's why it's happening. Believe me, plant-based protein sales are gonna skyrocket if we do this right. My Health Packs are gonna skyrocket too, because we're only gonna sell My Health Packs, right? Why would we sell somebody a regular? So there's 30 days raw and 30 days raw vegan. Those are the different My Health Pack options. The raw vegan is one for somebody who doesn't wanna take fish oil. So for somebody who doesn't want to do fish oil, it's the 30-day raw vegan. And that's how we get vegans on board, because we want the vegans to be with us, okay? That's a huge market. We do not want to miss the vegan market. So 30 days raw, 30 days raw vegan. Easy, right? Okay, take the fish oil out. I still take the fish oil, so I can't say I'm vegan, but I'm definitely eating raw plant-based, right? Okay, and then you can see other things here. Recipes, these foods, they don't look too appetizing, to be honest. We're working on all that. We're gonna do professional photos. It's gonna be great pictures. It's gonna be like restaurant quality pictures, all right? So you guys can see it and be like, whoa, that looks really good. Because it has to look good, it has to smell good, it has to taste good, and it has to feel good. It's gotta have the texture, the taste, it's gotta have everything. So we're really, really working hard on that. And actually, Annette and Scott went to Sun Cafe that's out here in LA, and there's a cooking class there that teaches you how to make raw dishes. And we're working right now, well, when I say we, Annette and Scott are really working hard building that relationship. So we have an idea that eventually we're just gonna broadcast that guy's class live on our community page so people can learn how to do it. Because only 17 to 20 people fit in that classroom. He can't scale it globally. So when Annette and Scott told him that it was global, they were like, what? Like people were like shocked. Like he was like, how do you get a global community? So he's like a baby boomer, you know? He doesn't understand yet. Okay, so we'll show you guys more of that later. But you guys can see the recipes are here. Some of you guys have used this PDF, right? And some of you guys have created your own recipes. We see Janelyn, she has her raw desserts lab, which is crazy. So she has all these crazy recipes there. I definitely ate a lot of raw desserts when I was eating like ice cream and stuff like that during my 30 days and I lost weight. Now I can say that I don't eat a lot of raw desserts because I'm implementing cooked foods. So, you know, I eat raw dessert responsibly. Make sense? So I'm not doing it every day or anything like that because I want to be mindful of what I'm doing. But during the 30 days raw, oh, dude, I ate raw desserts every single day almost. Okay, during my 30 days raw. Shakes and recipes. Right now, our shakes, they have to taste so good that people will drink them no problem. Because when I was on the raw journey, this was the hardest part. Like drinking, I remember I was telling Annette, I was like, baby, this plant-based, I can't even drink this. It tastes gross. So now we're getting new smoothie recipes that taste so good. Like you drink it and you're like, come on, this is a no-brainer, man. This is a no-brainer. And Scott and Annette are learning how to make good smoothies from that place, Sun Cafe in Hollywood, that they teach you how to make smoothies. And he's going to give us all these recipes on how to make delicious smoothies. And he's willing to give them to us for free, which is like great, right? So we're just going to, you know, copy those and do those. And weekly planner, so you know what you're going to be eating. Shopping list of all the food that you need to buy. Because if I went to the grocery store, I wouldn't even know what the hell to buy. So this is very helpful too. All right. So that is the value. That is this. The landing page. We need the landing page, and then they need value content. What's going on? Hold on a second. I used to hate the plant-based. I love it now. Okay, so Janelle says she hates it and now she loves it. You were saying the what?
The vegan mugshot.
Which one?
Whatever when you put the PDF down, your download.
Ah, okay. Okay, so let's go ahead and wrap up with this. So now you guys understand a little bit about the value content. You guys saw the PDF. So that PDF is how people were doing the program, but with no landing page, it's hard to follow up and message everybody regarding the PDF. So let me show you guys the final step. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys all of the thing on how it works now. Hopefully it wasn't a waste of time, but let me show you guys now the site. So we're gonna give each person a unique link that's gonna bring you directly to this site. That unique link is for you to use, right? So as you use the unique link, as you're doing your 30-day raw campaign, if somebody asks you a question, you just say, the link is in my bio, right? You put the link in your bio and someone can click on that link and that link is unique to you. So when they come to this site, which is jointherawvolution.com, when they come to jointherawvolution.com, it's through your link. So we know that it's through you, okay? So if they go there and they browse around, they're gonna come here and they're gonna say, okay, well, what's this about? We have a video series that helps answer basic questions in a very funny, you know, it's a text conversation story. I'll play it for you guys because some of you guys haven't seen this yet, but you guys can get an idea. So I'll just let this play for a second, okay? Remember, not everyone's gonna just go straight to the video and watch it. That's the first thing that they're gonna do. And it actually looks better on your phone than it does on a computer. So it's more mobile friendly than anything. All right, cool. So some of you guys are like, I don't know if I like that video or not. Let me tell you this. If you're on the raw journey, you probably appreciate it a little bit more than if you're not, okay? So for people who see it, they're like, oh yeah, that's cute, you know, and all that. Remember, the demographics, right? Our ideal customer avatar. Surprisingly, if you guys wanna know, our ideal customer avatar in network marketing is usually a female. Okay, so it's a female who's the ideal customer avatar for network marketing. So we want to make sure we're in tune with that. And we also want to make sure that we're attracting the next generation, the younger crowd, right? 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. How do you attract that crowd? So if you're a little older and you're like, oh, it seems kind of like immature, or cheesy, or, you know, that's like Romeo and Juliet stuff, but like modern day, but like, like if that's you, but remember, how do you get an 18, 19, 20-year-old to go, oh, that's cute, you know? Like, it's like The Notebook. It makes sense? Like, you got to understand that it's to kind of appeal to everybody. But let's say that doesn't appeal to you. But it does answer some basic questions of what the site is about, right? It's about this person who's on a plant-based diet, you know, et cetera. And if they click on next, it goes to the video series and it tees up these videos. That's really what the purpose is. It tees up the videos to answer why raw plant-based. And then it's going to be that same text conversation with the same characters answering those questions, like why raw plant-based? What's the benefit? What does it do? Da 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 da. Why did you start? And then the storyline goes along with that. And if you click on that video, don't pay, this is like a filler video, but the reason why if you click on that video, you see these other ones are locked. They're locked because you can't access them until you watch the next video, right? So if you watch the next video, click next, and then how to be raw plant-based. So if you guys have seen Simon Sinek talks about why, how, and what. So we follow the same formula. Why raw plant-based, how to be raw plant-based, and what is 30 Days Raw. And then call to action, join the RAWvolution, right? So we'll explain all of that in those simple texts, and those videos will be like 1 minute long, like 1 minute and 30 seconds tops, just answering basic questions so that you don't have to answer any of those questions. Let's say they're ready to sign up. They click join the RAWvolution, and it says you have 3 months of full access to all these things. As you can see, we're already changing the site. These are not final, believe me. None of this is final. None of this. August 20th is when it's going to be done, like ready to run with it. You can take this to the whole world on August 20th. Right now, you cannot take it to anybody. We're only talking to people who are in USANA with us because you guys are the only ones that we're going to train and build that small army. It's literally building that small army like in the book of Numbers, right? Where you build that small army and they take a census of everyone that's in it, where God took a census. It's literally like the book of Numbers if you read the Bible. But it's pretty crazy that that's what we're going to kind of do, is really get a census for who's in the group, who's with us, who wants to go to war, because we're going to go to war literally in a positive way, right? But we're going to take this out there and create a RAWvolution. That's what's going to happen. And it's going to happen with the small group of people. We want to get about 500. With a group of 500 people, we believe that we all campaign at the same time, we could create a viral movement. We really do. All right. So all of this is being updated daily. And as you guys can see, if they scroll through the site, it says a portion of the proceeds help sponsor a person in need of holistic health treatment through Sanaviv. So you see that. They can click there. Special pre-launch offer, right? You can see there that it's counting down. And we're doing a pre-launch offer. So instead of $75, which if you guys saw the industry standard, how much was Paige Hathaway's? Do you remember that? How much was Paige Hathaway's? I don't know if anybody remembers. Okay, $199, right? Okay. So for people that are seeing, oh gosh, where is this? Sorry, I lost my train of thought. Okay, so for people that are seeing this, right? So we're donating basically 33% of everything that comes in to Sanaviv. It's not like we're, taking this money and pocketing it or whatever. Like, no. So of the $75, what's going to happen is $25 is going to go to Sanaviv. $25 is going to go to the affiliate who recommended you to us. And then $25 is going to go to the company to make sure we're getting good content. We're always updating our content. We're bringing in speakers. We're hiring people. I see Dr. Karen Wolf is on the line. Hello, welcome. So people like Dr. Karen Wolf, she knows a lot about the microbiome, all that stuff. Can you imagine if we have her as a guest speaker in the community and we got to pay her for her time, right? Say, here you go. Here's like, a reasonable rate that she charges us. And we get her to speak on the Facebook group at the community page. We archive that data and it's in the back end, right? Where it's only accessible for people who have this membership. So I can see where there's value content and it's it's priced below the industry standard. So if somebody clicks sign up, so if you guys are ready to sign up for that, you can go ahead and sign up, fill out your name, email, create a password, continue, put in your coupon code that we're gonna give you guys at the end, and it'll lower the price to 50 bucks. So because the site's not fully ready, and because we're not paying out affiliates or anything like that, it's gonna be 50 bucks from now until August 20th, right? So you guys will see that. And as you guys can see, if they wanna know more about Sanaviv, it still says again, right, a portion of the proceeds going to Sanaviv, you can learn more about Sanaviv by clicking here. So they can click there and they can learn more about Sanaviv. So for me, you guys know that I went to Sanaviv a while back, but I know that to take someone to Sanaviv, it's time and money, right? So instead of taking people to Sanaviv, I'm just gonna bring Sanaviv to the people. That's my mission now with this, is to really bring Sanaviv to the people, right? Okay, so now that you guys understand all of that, let me go back on the page here a little bit. So hopefully this is all making sense. Now, what if somebody comes to the site and goes, okay, scroll through this. I like it, but I want more information. They put their name, they put their email, and then we give them the free PDF, the one that I showed you a moment ago that Annette had created. So we're gonna send them the free PDF for the 30-day raw program. We send this to them, okay, without the recipes and without the shopping list. We just give them a brief overview and frequently asked questions on the program, all right? So we send that to them. They get that automatically for free, so that's value content, but now we've captured that information. And that information is gonna be linked to you. So you're gonna get an email saying, oh, I got a lead, right? So now you have a lead. Somebody put their name and email, and that person's interested about 30 days raw, but they didn't buy, but they're interested. See, that's called a prospect. Make sense? That's called an invite. So you did an invite without having to open your mouth. And that's the beautiful thing about what we're doing. Next, it shows here, can one person make an impact in 30 days? It shows 33,000 gallons of water saved. All the numbers are right there. So that's what happens when somebody does 30 days raw. That's what happens, all those environmental benefits, okay? Then there's the What the Health, the documentary. Very controversial documentary right now. I can't say that everything there that they say is true. I don't know enough. I've asked people from Sanaviv, friends that worked at Sanaviv as nutritionists and MDs, and I've asked them, and they said, you know what? It's very, 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 very accurate, and it's very possible that they're telling the truth. Like, that's the way they answered the question. But the funny thing is that, let's say that 70% of what they're saying is garbage, that 30% is still valuable. We can't throw out the baby with the bathwater, right? So we're gonna be, cycling relevant documentaries on Netflix, putting them up there. Like Okja right now is a great documentary on Netflix if you haven't seen it, so maybe we'll switch it up to that. We can change it. We can always change it and update it. And then down below, you'll see testimonials, right? People that are doing it. It's Andre Gordon. For 30 days, I did my part to save my abs, the planet, and the animals. The chocolate vegan. That's kind of cute, right? So you guys get to see all of that. All right. So this site, you see it, and what do you guys think of this site? Can I get some feedback really quick on the site? What do you guys think of the site? All right. So some of you guys said great, so excited, looks great. All right, very exciting. All right, so just so you guys know, valuable content and how to. Exactly, Karen. That's it, man. I'm telling you, man. This is not to do something outside of USANA. Like, for people that are thinking that, like, you're nuts. The goal is to bring people to USANA. Makes sense? To do it in a way without having to prospect out. I'm telling you, when I talk to somebody who's 21, 22 years old, I tell them, hey, join USANA. They're like, how do I sign people up? Yeah, you got to make a list and call these people. They're like, nah. It's like, oh man. You know what I mean? Like, it's not easy to do, right? The law of attraction, exactly. Karen Wolf gets it. Karen Wolf gets it. Well, let me tell you this. all of you guys that said the site is good, you guys are a lot nicer than I am, because when I saw the site, I told Scott, I don't like it, okay? I told him, like, Scott, the site looks so old and dated, okay? And he's like, yeah, I agree, right? So Scott's awesome, man. Scott's like so easy to work with. He's so smart. He's so good. It's like, man, we're blessed to have Scott. If you guys don't know Scott, like, put him in your prayers, man. The guy is really making a difference with this. Without him, I don't know what the heck we would have done. So he's the genius behind the architect, literally. Like, if this is the Matrix, he's the Merovingian, right? Like, he's the guy, like, the architect behind this whole thing. So remember Paige Hathaway's site? Look how good it looks. This is a modern day. This is a very relevant page, right? Literally, this is a very relevant page. So let me show you guys something pretty cool. Hold on. Where the heck did I put it? That's right. It should be here somewhere. Okay. All right. Look at this. Are you guys ready? This is the RAWvolution. Join the RAWvolution.com 2.0 already. Already in the works. Okay. Now, don't worry. Those videos are not going to be there, but we're going to have that video in the back. Join the RAWvolution. Somebody comes, puts the mouse over it. Boom. Highlights green. Looks sexy, right? They scroll down. See how that pops up? Look. Right? They see this. They can watch the video there. Boom. That kind of animates in the name, the email, download, very clean, very mobile friendly. It works on your phone. I mean, honestly, if it doesn't work on your phone, it doesn't matter anymore, right? Because no one's going to do this on their computer. Everyone's going to do it on their phone. And it works better on your phone, okay? Moving on. Can one person make a difference? Look at this. We're going to keep a live tally of how many gallons of water we saved through the RAWvolution. Everyone plays a role. Everyone contributing. Can you imagine when this number is just nonstop? It shows 300 million gallons of water saved through the RAWvolution. Unbelievable. I don't know about you guys. That gets me fired up. If 10,000 people complete it, which that's our goal by the end of 2017, and we're going to do this. If 10,000 people do it, that's 9 million square feet of rainforest. Some of the largest rainforests in the world have roughly around that much. Think about it. It's like saving a whole rainforest in 1 month. And if people stick with it, it's like saving a rainforest every month. I don't know about you guys, man. To me, that's just speaking volumes. Healing the planet by healing people. Love it. Okay, simple message. Documentaries there, and then of course down here are the testimonials, right? So this is already a work in progress. This site will be ready by August 20th, but we're already showing you guys the other site because we want to show you guys the way it started, right? This is the way it started, man. Right here, the skeleton. But every day, progress is better than perfection, okay? Because perfection doesn't exist. So progress versus perfection. Okay, so now that we're here, right? We're here on the site. Let me show you guys how this works, okay? Hopefully this is working right now. Scott, you're there, so he's there to back me up. So join the RAWvolution.com. So if I go to jointherawvolution.com, it's a sign-in page. So this is where I could sign up, right? So okay. So therawvolution.com is taking us here. So we're working on this, so just bear with me here. So if someone comes here, once they sign up, there's gonna be member and affiliate login. Member login is for a customer. So if somebody paid the 75 bucks, or I'm sorry, if somebody paid the 50 bucks for now, they come here and they enter their email and they enter their password and it brings you here, okay? So as you guys can see, I'm an affiliate here, right? My courses, all that stuff. So it brings them to the back end. Scotty, is there a way to click on this button or no? Is it not working right now?
Maybe for your account. So let me see if I can pull one up.
Okay. So if you want to just text me your login so I can log into yours and show them, that will work too.
Okay.
All right. So let me just go ahead and log out of this one real quick. Let me go back to member login. Log out. Okay. So let me log into Scott's because we're creating my account right now. But like I said, all these bugs are being worked on. So by August 20th, believe me, all this is going to be done. We're making so much progress every single day. It's awesome. I love it. All right. Okay, so somebody comes in. I'm going to do Scott's. Scott. Okay. All right, so this is the way it's going to look for everybody who registers, right? So in the future, it's going to look similar to this. Not like this exactly, but similar to this. So somebody pays the 75 bucks. For you guys, it's 50 right now, but let's go back to the 75. $75, somebody pays for that. They log in as a customer. They see this. This is their back-end software. They click View Course. As they view course, it says first step, please join the Facebook community. So they click there, community. They click on the Facebook group. And that adds them straight to the Facebook group. So they click here, it takes them straight to Facebook, and they're added as a Facebook member of the private group page. That way we have a system so we don't have to be like, did you add yourself? Not, or how do I add? It's all automated through the back end, okay? Once they complete that, they mark complete, okay? So they can mark it as complete. So we know they completed that, all right? Let's say they go back. Now getting started. How do you get started on 30 Days Raw? What are the meal recipes? So the meal recipes will have pictures, content, and videos explaining to them how to make their meals. Mobile friendly as well. Nutrition, this is where we talk about it. You need B12. You need probiotics. You need digestive enzymes. You need a good plant-based protein. You need multivitamins. You need, right? So this is where we talk about it. This is where USANA comes in. And right now we're still working. We're getting advised on how to do that, how to make it compliant. We want to, of course, follow compliance. But if USANA is not really with it, what we'll do is we'll just put, we'll put the supplements without putting USANA on there. But of course, when they come onto our group page, what do you think we're talking about on our group page? We're just talking about USANA. Nobody else is going to say, yeah, there's this great Herbalife supplement out there and we should all take that. We're all going to be like, boo, nobody click on like, Like, because the truth is USANA makes the best supplements, period, right? USANA makes the best probiotic, period. As far as the best plant-based protein, it's really good. There's other really good ones out there. So that one, we're not going to really, be that strong on it. I'm going to be taking the USANA plant-based, of course, so encouraging people to take it. But believe me, there are some really good plant-based proteins out there. And it's hard for us to really compete in that arena, price and quality-wise, right? So I'm just being honest, right? Truth is important. You got to be honest. But still, I take USANA because I'm loyal to it and all that kind of stuff, right? I understand the vision of Dr. Wentz, etc. So exercise and fitness, we're working with Sergio Rojas, which is kind of cool, and with Vicky and Ruben and other fitness people that are just really, really good at fitness. Not doing it like in the ego lifts, but doing like functional movement. I'm trying to get this other guy named Gary who has a lot of good functional movement. And we're going to have videos back there that people can access on how to work out in a way that promotes longevity. Okay, not in a way just to get ripped and swole and whatever, but in a way to promote longevity. Remember what health stands for, right? If you look at our health, remember it's all about what health stands for us. So if you guys want to know, it's really, really about the vision. So HEAL stands for health, environment, animal, and longevity. That's what it stands for. So we want to make sure we're promoting that. So exercise and fitness, lifestyle. So we're going to talk about traveling, meditating, doing yoga, prayer, like just things like that are promoting a good lifestyle. Like for me, I think prayer is important, like it's about that spiritual lifestyle as well. There's a lot that we're going to post on there, things that are very helpful. Same thing at Sana Vive, Sana Vive does the same thing, man. We do laughter yoga, we do meditation, like they do stuff like that. Then referral program. Referral program, click there. I want to become a referral partner. So if you guys register in the program, pay your 50 bucks, you get access to this, add yourself to the Facebook group, and then click here, okay? This one will help you become a referral partner. This is so that you can get your own unique link, which I'll show you in a second. But you click sign up as a referral partner. This is the only information you need. Name, email, password, and PayPal. That's it. We need your PayPal email so we can pay you as a referral partner. So you'll be getting paid as it happens. Weekly, you should be getting paid from us. Because if 10 people join the RAWvolution through you, well, that means you made 250 bucks, right? So we got to pay you through PayPal. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. So now let's go back to, hopefully that made sense to everyone. Yes, everyone's understanding. Any questions so far? Yesterday I did it, and I just want to make sure there's no questions at the end. Any questions? Okay, getting some high fives from Ann Ha. That's always reassuring. Amanda Lopez, who's a millennial. She's like a super millennial. And I mean that with all due respect. Like, she's she's active on social media, she's hip. And if she likes it, well, that says a lot to me. You know, her dad's been with USANA for a long time, you know, through the family and all that. And now she's in, but she's like, I want to build USANA, but I don't know how. Amanda, what do you think? Is this something that you can do? Is this available now as pilot? Yes, it's already available. So Karen, you can just go to jointherawvolution.com, click sign up. Don't do it because I'm gonna give you a coupon code, but you can go on there, jointherawvolution.com, sign up, and that's it. Get your affiliate code and you're ready to go. So you have your affiliate code, but remember, we're not pushing it until August 20th because USANA has some exciting announcements at convention that could possibly help us. And even the way we do this, you know, obviously I can't say anything yet, but you guys understand that there's some good things coming. And if those great things are coming, it's only gonna help us, really. Anything USANA does right now is gonna help us right now. So I'm really excited to see what they do at convention. And as soon as they do, we'll literally be updating the site as convention is going, and boom, like ready to go. So on August 20th, I'm telling you, the RAWvolution begins in full swing, okay? It's a tool that can help me grow my business. So I'm loving it. Awesome. So Amanda says it's just a tool to help her use her business. I like that testimonial already, because you don't have to only do this. I'm choosing to only do this because I want to see, can I be a 5-star executive without doing a single health and freedom? Okay, so I want to see if I can do it. I believe I can. I believe I can. This is a great 30-day program option. I am presenting on that at convention. Awesome. Dude, look at Karen Wolf. Karen Wolf presenting on the 30-day program. Hey, well, I mean, whatever you say, Karen, we're going to be there screaming for you. Believe me. Everybody who's in our group is going to be screaming for you at convention, because we really want people to start encouraging not just reset, but like something greater than reset, like something really to help the gut, the inflammation, digestion. I mean, you know all that stuff. You know what I'm saying, Sanaviv, right? Like, we really want people to take it a step further. I feel like we're so scared. People like, here, just, does it taste good? It's like, no, we got to change habits. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to tend to that audience. Anyways. So let's go on. Let me show you guys the affiliate login. Okay. So sorry, I keep going on a tangent. Where is it? So the RAWvolution.com. So affiliate login. So I click on affiliate login. This is now, once you become an affiliate, you get your login, right? And check this out. Your login is going to show you how many people have clicked on your site. Okay, so let's say I gave the link after, you know, Amanda becomes an affiliate, right? Amanda becomes an affiliate. She now has she's going to get access to this as an affiliate. This is free. There's not an additional cost to become an affiliate. Now, if you're a customer though, you'll understand the method to the madness later. So as an affiliate, Amanda's already a USANA associate, right? She's not in my team. She's in a cross line, but this is open for her to use too. If she wants to use it, it's there for her to use. So she gets this affiliate login portal. It was free for her. She didn't have to pay anything else besides her initial $75 to become a customer, all that stuff, right? Which is $50 right now. So she logs in. It's going to show her how many people have clicked on her unique link. Where is her unique link? It's right here. If she wants to send a unique link to somebody that has the campaign page, which is the water that's saved, the animals that are saved, the videos, all that, she sends this link. If somebody says, I just want to sign up, Amanda, can you send me the link? I want to sign up. Don't send them the campaign. Send them this. If they want to sign up, ready to go, just send them the sign up link. It'll still be, they can click around on the site and go back to the landing page. But if they're ready to sign up, just click on the sign up link. That's it. It'll show how many clicks are there and how many conversions. So this is actual real. This is not like a mock-up. This is actually, we tested it. So I had my friend Brian Vasnoris sign up, you know, just to try it out. And you can click export and it'll show you your affiliate report. See, this is your list for USANA. This is the list that we're gonna sell the products to. They've already decided to be a part of the RAWvolution, but now you have their name, their email, we're probably gonna do phone number, and you have their information so that you can go ahead and get them as a customer on the USANA products, right? That's our goal. Now, let's be realistic, okay? Realistically, how many people, hold on a second. So there's the reports, let me just finish with that. So it's very basic, right? You don't need a lot of information here. You need to know how many people are clicking, how many people are converting, and what's the percentage. That's what you really need to know, okay? You have your settings here, so you can change like your name, email, password, all that stuff. Very basic, you don't need more than this. It's easier than the hub, let's put it that way, okay? So this is all that you need right here. This is it. With this alone, you can monitor all the clicks that are coming in through your unique link. So let me show you now the full swing. I've showed you everything now. Let me give it to you full swing. Let's use Amanda as a case study. She's a millennial, right? Let's use Amanda as a case study. Okay, so Amanda, I need you to answer really quick, okay? So how many followers do you have on your social media? All together, like if you factor in all your social media following, how many are following you? Okay, over 5,000. Okay, which is pretty crazy, right? So over 5,000 followers. Now, how old are you, Amanda? If you don't mind me asking. If you mind, just say I mind. Okay, cool. So 23 years old. She's young. She's my age when I first got started in USANA. Right? So she's a young version of me, but is the world the same today as it was 11 years ago? So can Amanda build the same way that I built 11 years ago? I want to say it's different. We didn't even have Instagram back then. There was no Uber, okay? So anyways, want to make sure that's clear. So let's go with it. Let's go with 5,000. Remember my numbers, Amanda? I said that 5% of the people actually converted and did the program. So let's say Amanda has 5,000 people in her social media following. If she does a great campaign, which she will, because she's a millennial, she knows how to campaign things. She's very good about posting pictures and content on her social media. You guys can follow her and see if that's true or not. But we'll also give her tips on our Facebook community page. So we have a Facebook community page that, you know, when you logged in, you clicked on it and it sent you there. That's gonna show people how to do a successful campaign. So we wanna show people how to do a successful campaign or an effective campaign. So with 5,000 followers, there's no doubt in my mind that she'll convert 5%. So if she converts 5% of those, and we'll account for failure in a second, I'll show you in a second. If she converts 5% of them, that means that 250 people converted and joined the RAWvolution. You multiply $5. I $1,000 bucks. She made